More to Marketing. Welcome to More to Marketing, the podcast that explores marketing, product, and everything business. I'm your host, Susan, and today we're just going to be touching base on the touchdown Super Bowl ads for 2025. One time of year I love the most is Super Bowl ads, and this year, there were some good ones in there, some disappointing, and sadly no M&M ones, which made me very sad. But I've got a few that I wanted to talk through because, as always, you've got your heartwarming, your comic relief types, and also some other ones that stand out. So I've got a few I just wanted to talk through. But if you want to see them all, please go to the More to Marketing YouTube channel. I have it saved there, so you just have to go to one place to see the list and watch them all at your heart's content. The first one I want to talk about is Budweiser. Budweiser is back, and this year they're calling it First Delivery. Now, typically they try and do iconic storytelling, which is what they did again this year. And this year they actually follow a young Clydesdale foal, little horsey, and it's determined to join the adult horses in delivering the Budweiser beer. After a keg fall from a wagon, the foal heroically rolls and gets into the bar, and they're trying to symbolize what they say they're trying to do behind the scenes is perseverance and teamwork is what Budweiser is for. Now, it did actually really resonate really well over in the US, earning them the top spot in the USA Today's ad meter ratings. I'm not sure if it was that high for me personally, but the horse is pretty cute. Next one I want to talk about is Michelob Ultra, the Ultra Hustle. Now, this one's with humour, and you've got William Dafoe, Catherine O'Hare, of course, they're using celebrities, as always, out there to try and hustle you during the Super Bowl ads that cost $8 million. And this duo hustles younger couples into pickleball matches. And, of course, the exchange is for the victory of beer. So a bit of comic chemistry going on there, a little bit of unexpected sports settings that make this ad a little bit memorable for me. So yeah, not too bad. Nike, this year it's called So Win, and making its first Super Bowl appearance since 1988. This Nike celebrates female athletes, where you can see them like Kathleen Clark, etc. And it has black and white footage to actually showcase what they're seeing as like prowess, accompanied by some narration addressing the challenges women face in sport. Interesting, different take, not something I would expect Nike to do since it's been so long since they've been in a Super Bowl ad. Now, while this ad does aim to inspire, it doesn't really hit the mark because there was a lot of criticism, particularly about the commentary and the style, and really having an outdated message. So yeah, Nike would have thought a bit better. Uber Eats, we've had a lot of hilarious ads from Uber Eats on normal TV, and now it's gone into Super Bowl mode with a Century of Cravings. Now, Matthew McConaughey did a little bit of craziness in this, and there's a lot of stories about how he did scare some of his fellow actors when filming this particular ad. And it's about how a whimsical approach to cravings and getting Matthew McConaughey to transverse and go into different eras, highlighting different food trends. It's kind of trying to be a bit nostalgic as well as McConaughey charm. And it's just trying to show how they're very versatile with all their types of cuisines. Hellman's, this one here is Nostalgia Plus. This is the recreation of Harry Met Sally, the reunion of Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal in that very famous scene in the diner. Now, while it did attempt to blend humor with this brand message and mayonnaise, I just think it lacked some execution. It wasn't particularly that original. It did fail to connect a bit with its narrative. So I don't think it was as effective as I was hoping and didn't have as much cut through as I was wanting. Now, there are a whole pile of other ones out there. One of the ones I thought was quite amusing was Mountain Dew. They've got a new product out there which has a bit of lime. And of all celebrities A, B, C, D, whatever you want to call it, they got Seal, the singer, to be it. And it's quite funny actually watching him dressed up and in a character suit and everything. And it's Kiss from a Lime. And there is the CGI element there of making his face on a seal. A lot of parody, of course, on his song Kiss from a Rose. It had a bit of humor. It was a bit puzzling, though, of the why. And I don't think it was as successful as many of the other ads for this particular Super Bowl group. Now, there are other old celebrities that have come out as well. Pfizer, it had an ad called Shadowboxer. Now, they tried to do an emotional punch with Shadowboxer, showcasing a young cancer survivor shadowboxing to LL Cool J. And the song was Mama Says Knock You Out. The ad highlighted resilience and hope, resonating deeply with audience and standing out as one of the night's most poignant types of messages. So it's nice that they were actually able to mix those together to get the right messaging out, which is so important. Now, Tubi, however you like to pronounce it, had one out as well. Theirs was all about flesh hats. So it ventures into a bit of the bizarre here. And they presented a world where people wore hats made out of human flesh. The unsettling imagery overshadowed the brand's message, leading to a lot of confusion and a lot of discomfort. And it was definitely one of the least favorite of the ads. Flesh hats, really, guys. Fire that agency. Yeah, I'm not being known for the right reasons there. Pringles. Now, we expect quite a bit out of Pringles, and Pringles is called Stuck In. And they continue the humor of their tradition of all that humor and everything out there. Now, they had James Harden and other iconic mustaches, as I like to call them. And they had played on the relatable scenario of getting one's hand stuck in a Pringles can, trying to get those last chips out the end of it, and deliver some real laughs and a bit of the brand playfulness coming into it too. Now, one of the ones that was fell a little bit flat was Jeep, and they called their ad Owner's Manual, and they got Harrison Ford, and he humorously attempted to understand his vehicle and the advantages and features and all those bits and bobs. Now, while the concept really did have some potential, it just fell flat. The humor missed its mark. It just left a bad taste in your mouth. Now, there are other ads that did really well. I highly recommend you to go check out, as I said, the YouTube channel for More to Marketing. We have the list of all of the Super Bowl ads for this year in there. I would love you to check out the David Beckham one. I will not give away what brand it is because that might give away what it is. And it's not soccer related. I found that one absolutely hilarious. There are many ones that are there. I can't go through the whole list here, but definitely check them out. It's a funny time of year. Remember, they paid $8 million a spot for each of those spots. I do have some of the extended editions there too. Please enjoy them. Make any comments on your favorites. Would love to know what you enjoyed actually watching, what you didn't. And don't forget to follow More to Marketing for more podcasts in the future. More to Marketing.